Start by installing the necessary dependencies. This includes Node.js, which is needed to run JavaScript on the server side, as well as any libraries or frameworks that you plan to use. Next, create a new folder for your project and initialize it as a Node.js project. This can be done by running npm init in the command line. Use a package manager like npm or yarn to install the OpenAI JavaScript SDK. This SDK will allow you to access the GPT-3 model and utilize its capabilities in your application. Create a new JavaScript file for your application and import the OpenAI SDK. You will also need to set up an API key for the OpenAI API. Define the functionality of your application by creating functions that utilize the capabilities of the GPT-3 model. For example, you may want to create a function that takes user input and generates a response using the GPT-3 model. Create an HTML file to serve as the user interface for your application. Use JavaScript and CSS to create an elegant and user-friendly interface. Use Node.js and a framework like Express to set up a server for your application. This will allow users to access your application through a web browser. Test your application by running it on a local server and making sure that it is functioning as expected. Once your application is complete, deploy it to a hosting platform such as Heroku or AWS. This will allow others to access your application through the internet. Finally, share your application with others and continue to improve and update it as needed. Note: this is a simplified version of what an AI application build would look like. The actual process is more complex, and would require more steps and more knowledge in the field.